gentlemen, during the commercial breaks, this man over here has been lighting the place on fire. Joe Louis Walker, everybody. The paint is coming off the walls. Very cool. All right, ladies and gentlemen, even though they've said that the violence has been cut out, my next guest still manages to have one of the hottest daytime talk shows around. Let's take a look at a recent show entitled Update, I Still Love You.
Let's bring out Sandy's daughter, Jill. Let's see what she has to say about that.
That's what makes the show work. Come on, hit me.
That was violence-free?
Yes, all the violence has been removed. Please welcome here to explain what the hell's going on, Jerry Springer. Now, Jerry. Stalin would be proud. Now, just leave Poland alone. All right.
Still is. Okay.
Now, but Andy brings up a good point. That's violence-free. You haven't really taken the violence out, have you?
That's not a recent clip.
Oh,
is it?
That's like 2 months old.
That's a recent clip. Yeah. I thought it was great, but I can't believe that was that recent.
Are you really taking the violence out, or?
Yeah. No. Yeah, we are. I mean, the people still get angry and go at each other, but we have a lot more security people there now, so they don't actually get to each other.
Right.
So there's... Plus, it's each city edits the show differently. Right. So, for example, you'll see more action in some cities than in others.
Right. I understand.
So you want to get to Topeka, Kansas.
Because they just let it go.
No, I have no idea.
Have you ever thought of, instead of just don't take any of the violence out, let it be as violent as possible, but the people are wearing suits of foam and the furniture's made of foam? That was my idea, is that let them really go at it, but it's just like they just look like these flailing babies. And it makes a soft, cushy sound. Cush, cush, cush.
Yeah, I don't think...
Xing out that idea.
That's no, but
that's
a bad idea. Another one, keep sending them to us.
Okay. Well, there's a reason I'm on at 12:30 at night.
Yeah, no.
Who are, you see every kind of person engaging in violence. Who are the dirtiest fighters? Who are by far the dirtiest fighters?
Well, yeah, I mean, violence, you know, they get angry at each other. The women are the most angry. The women are the toughest. When there was fighting on the show, the women were the toughest. Because when men are always caught up in their own macho ego, so a guy will never want to lose a fight on national television. So a third of a second into the altercation, he realizes whether or not, he figures out whether he can win or not. Right. If it looks like he's going to be losing this fight, he lets Steve break him up immediately because he doesn't want to look like he lost the fight on television. When women go at each other, they're not concerned about their ego. They're fighting because they're angry. They want to pull the other person's hair out of their head.
They go for the hair mostly, is that?
We had this woman, this is true, we had this woman who was just pulling the hair, and Steve and Jimmy and the security guys there saying, you know, let go, let go. And finally they had to tell the woman she was pulling her own hair. She didn't realize that she was tugging at it.
Right.
And that you know.
What show is she on?
Yeah.
The Women of Mensa. Yeah.
Yeah. Which is kind of like the Jerry Springer show.
There you go. Now, sometimes you and the audience are at risk. Sometimes the guests, we actually have a clip of a guest coming after a woman in the audience who's asking a question, and you look for a second like you're in danger. Should we roll this? Do you need any setup?
No,
let's take a look at this.
Yeah.
I'd like to know if Lanya is really a man. You look like a dude.
You look like a dude.
Now, I've studied the show carefully. You're usually pretty good about being far away. When a fight breaks out, you go into like an underground bunker.
Yes.
You're there for like 20 minutes having a back rub, and then you come back when it's been cleaned up.
Yeah.
But in that moment, it looked like you were in trouble. What's going through your mind?
I remember when she started coming, and I realized security wasn't where it was supposed to be, and she was coming at me. I figured, is this how it all ends? I mean, was this finally going to be the last show and the last moment of my life? But because I couldn't get out of the way. She was going to really hit that other woman.
Right.
And so then I'd be a wimp if I moved out of the way and let another woman be hit. But then I realized I was going to be hit. And that is not in my contract.
Right. You don't want that to happen.
I'm not.
So you shoved the other woman in front of you?
Yeah.
I just pushed her. And
She was wearing a suit of foam. No one would be hurt.
I got to get back there. Yeah. But now we don't have these altercations now. Now we're a far more intellectual
Yes,
show.
now it's a show mostly about heated parliamentary debate. I disagree, sir. More after this. I have to ask you about this. A recent guest held another guest's arm as a hostage. Explain this. Explain this show.
Well, yeah, the person had a fake arm, you know.
A prosthetic arm.
A prosthetic arm. We don't use that word on our show. We say fake.
Oh, fake.
But anyway.
Yay! Yay, narrowing the band of knowledge. Yay! Let's really get it in there.
The audience.
Woo!
So
later when the Dutch are kicking our ass. Anyway, go ahead.
Okay, so there were gay lovers, and the one gay lover had a fake arm, and one day he walked out on him, and the one with the fake arm did, but he left his arm there.
Mistake.
Mistake. So he calls our show. He wants his arm back.
Right.
So we had him on the show without his arm, and then the other guy came.
The other guy has the arm, and what's he holding a gun to? What's he doing?
He came to the show with the arm. I mean, really, we're not making out. He flew in with the arm, and he had the arm on the show. And you know, a lot of people say our show has no value. We don't do any good. At the end of the show, I actually talked him into giving the arm back to the guy.
Yes. Isn't that what it's all about?
It is, you know.
Somebody's like, I'm leaving. I'll send for my arm.
Yeah, right. Just take it. That's rule number 2 in a relationship. Well, check your local listings, of course, for the Jerry Springer Show, but I think most people know how to find it. And Jerry, thank you very much for stopping by. Yeah, Jerry Springer, everybody. We'll take a break and be right back with Louis C.K.